that sort of thing. So I'll let Richard introduce himself. He's going to talk about business planning, marketing. Shy kids don't get sweets.
Thank you. Thanks, Eddie. Okay, can you all hear me at the back? Yeah? Awesome. Good. It's a great start, isn't it? So, yeah, my name's Richard Brooker-Small, and I'm an entrepreneur. It took me a long time to come to terms with that. And in this talk session, I'm going to start to help you to kind of unpick the fact that you, in my opinion, are actually entrepreneurs too. And who here, so Eddie spent all this money on that slide going gizmo, and I'm going to get everybody to put your hands in the air. So who here is effectively running their own business? Okay, look around, okay? You are all entrepreneurs. Who here is thinking of running their own business? Okay, so you're entrepreneurs in waiting. That's a problem nicely solved, okay? What is your biggest problem? Shout it out. What, you're sitting here now, so you are going to have to talk to me. 50% me, 50% you. The more questions we get, the more interaction we get, the better this will go, the more value we'll all get. And let's not forget, England are currently playing the USA in the Rugby World Cup. You can see I'm a rugby fan, so let's make it worthwhile for me as well. Deal? Good. Okay. So what's your biggest problem? Time. Getting clients. Anything else?
Funding.
Funding
For the
Staff recruitment.
Staff recruitment. Marketing.
Retention.
Premises. Okay. All brilliant answers.
Automation, getting things to keep doing themselves.
Automation. All brilliant answers. All wrong. Your number one problem is money. Who disagrees with that one? Who wants more money? You'd like to learn how to spend less money? Yeah, your problem is money. All the other elements, they're tactics. Business planning, if you want to go for the title I got given, sorry, Therese, ultimately is about that. It's about planning how are you going to generate revenue. And 3 ways you can generate revenue is new business, getting new customers through the door, maximising the value of your existing client base, or a combination of both. Which is the best way? Both. Yeah, right, both. It's not true. There are very few trick questions in here. I'm pretty straight. Both. And this evening, my talk is going to be about basically that. How you can maximise the effectiveness of basically your revenue generating machine. All good? Good. All good?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Who's heard of Gary Vee? Okay? So I am a bit of a fan. I've got a love-hate relationship with him. I think some of the things he says is a little bit I don't agree with, but ultimately I agree with this statement, is that every company should think and act like a media. Every company is responsible for its own PR, its own marketing, the messages that are sent out to the market, for understanding their client base, for understanding who they're targeting, what messages they're putting out there, and how to convert those messages into sales. Agreed? Every company is responsible for it. So who in here has got a fully thought through, functioning marketing plan? Hands up if you have. Okay, cool. So your job in this talk is to basically write one down. There's enough info in here to get through. You're also, I'm a big fan of hive minds. There are a lot of people in this room who have experience, who've done things in certain ways. There's no one size fits all in this. What's right for me might not be right for you. What's right for that lady there may be different for you. So we can use the questions that we asked to uncover the answers to the problems we have. Now, business planning has to change because the world has changed. Now, Facebook marketing, digital marketing, social media, all that wonderful stuff Alex is going to talk about afterwards. I'm going to give you the broad brush top line, okay? Your approach to your customers, your approach to your marketing has to change. You need to build a tribe. You need to build a community. So when someone says, I need automation, I need more clients, I need this, I need that, focus. Your goal is you need to bring build a community of clients. So I'm the founder of the Aesthetic Entrepreneurs Group. Who here is a member of that? Wow. Well done. You're in my tribe. You're in my community. Welcome, the rest of you. Let's jump on board. Why do you need to build a kind of tribe? Why do you need to build a community? Who thinks what's the benefit of having a tribe? Support? Loyalty?
They will attract for you more.
It will.
They will attract for you more customers.
They will attract. Yeah, absolutely. All those things. It makes selling easier. It makes selling easier. Having a community of clients who know, like, and trust you will make your business far more effective in converting. And there are 3 stages to the whole process. So those of you who didn't have a marketing plan, you've got one right now. It is as simple as that. I don't try complicated plans. Don't get done. Simple things get executed. So a simple marketing plan. Your job to maximise the revenue of people, to bring more clients in and maximise the revenue from them, create conversations, convert the conversation into a relationship, and then turn the relationship into a sale. When things go a little bit wrong, is when you try and convert the conversation into a sale. So for the small value items, you can do that. I mean, who here sells anything for like 20 quid? Yeah, exactly, no one. Very few, but we retail products. So you can do that. You can put a Facebook ad out, a flash code, buy this here, click to buy, because for that price point, you don't really need to build that much of a relationship with the person selling it. But who here sells things for 2,500 upwards? That needs to be more. Okay, quick tip. If it's not on the menu, people can't buy it. So you need to have a think about what can you sell, what problems can you solve that cost more than £2,500. So it's not there. So who sells anything for between 500 and 1,000? Okay? So at that point, someone's paying you 500 quid, they want to know a couple of things. One, who you are. Second thing, do they like you? Because people buy from people they like. And the third thing is, can they trust you? Only when they've answered those 3 questions will they move into sales. And the benefit of having a tribe is they already do that. They already know you, they already like you, and they already trust you. Make sense? So then the question is, well, how do you build a tribe? And I've got a case study here of how one company did it. Those of you might have seen this talk beforehand, so this is the only case study I'm going to do, and then we're going to jump into questions. But before that, shy kids don't get sweets. Majority of my clients will be me, haven't done video, haven't done messenger, haven't done selfies, haven't done that kind of stuff. Gary Vee said, and I agree, you all need to start thinking like media companies. You've got you've got a studio in your pocket, 4K camera, video, connection to the world, billions of people are on the other side of this, and all you've got to do is put your face in front of it, take a photograph, and put a hashtag. So, 2 minutes, grab the person next to you, get your phone out, take a selfie, and post it. If you're those of you Instagrammers, ABC Collar 19, hashtag Aesthetic Entrepreneurs, go. Okay. Right. So, we'll come back to that in a little while. So, how do you build a tribe? Okay? You can also put, how do I generate sales? You can get much the same sort of thing. Okay? So, the 4 steps to building a tribe, a decent community, is 1, know who your target market is. Second thing is, stand for something, have a point, post content that resonates with them, and then create a tribe around the thing, not you. And I'll whiz through a case study that explains a company who's done this beautifully. So, first step is we need to know our target market. Who do you serve? So, Nike. Sure, we'll know Nike. Okay? So, back in 2015, Nike were suffering a bit of a slump. They became irrelevant. Has anybody read Shoe Dog? The book Shoe Dog? Good book. So basically Nike founded by accountants, but they are, for me, an incredible marketing machine. They're really creative in the way they approach things. In 2015, they said they're going to go after 3 types of customers. Women, young athletes, and runners. Okay? So they decided they were going to hone down in on their target market. Who is it they serve? Then they thought, well, we've got to stand for something. And something amazing literally just dropped in their lap around that time. Who knows who this guy is? Yeah? Anybody want to shout?
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick, okay. What's he famous for?
Kneeling during in the NFL.
Kneeling during the US national anthem before NFL games, okay? Before that, he was actually famous for being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Those of you who don't know much about American football, San Francisco 49ers are what they call a marquee team, so one of the top teams in the NFL. Quarterback is the hero position for the NFL team, and Colin Kaepernick was a Super Bowl quarterback. Not only a quarterback, but he played in the Super Bowl. So he took a stand. He decided that he had enough of the treatment of African Americans by US police and took a knee before the games played during the national anthem. He did it in pre-season, 2016, and that got him blackballed. Basically, he didn't play another game again. Not just for the San Francisco 49ers. He never played another game in the NFL. And Nike took him and they put him as the front face of their century, of their I think it's the 50th anniversary campaign for Just Do It. So they took him and stuck him everywhere. They actually got a photo I've got on this presentation, but they put him on a billboard in the middle of San Francisco that was like the size of a building. It was huge, right in San Francisco 49ers country. And Nike had a habit of doing that. They did it with Serena Williams as well. But what do you think was the output of that? What do you think happened? I mean, some of you must have known the story of this campaign. What happened when they put Colin Kaepernick as the face of their brand?
Got people talking.
Got people talking.
It's in the news.
It was in the news. But my mum is in the US, it's probably why I kind of have a bit more of an affinity with this one, but basically, not only get people talking in the news, it resonated massively with conservative America. So people started burning their shoes, they started cutting swooshes out of Nike gear, and it created a massive social media campaign based around guys like this, basically trashing the Nike brand. What do you notice about this guy?
He's not their target.
Absolutely not their target market. Everybody notices that first. Everyone says he's not their target market. I looked at it and noticed that he's wearing the shoes he's burning. What works for some people, I guess, doesn't work for others. But yeah, absolutely, he's definitely not their target marketplace. Clearly not. So they started posting content that they knew would basically differentiate them, stand them out in the market. They started to become relevant again. And then they created the tribe around the thing. They created the tribe around the type of client who was not conservative in America. Young women, young athletes and runners. That all makes sense. Yeah? So what they did, you can do exactly the same thing. And one of the big mistakes that people make when they enter into this market, or when they've kind of got those nice early clients, or even when they've got their first clinic, or even when they're doing like £10,000, £50,000 months, you've got clients all the way along that spectrum, is never enough research is done on who they serve, who their target market is, and what the opportunities are there for them. You can't market to everybody. Selling to everyone sells to no one. Try to be all things to all people, you are nothing to no one. So you have to think deep about who it is that you serve. Some of the questions that came out earlier about pricing, about Groupon, about all those sorts of things. What's the best way to attract price-sensitive clients?
Be the cheapest.
Be the cheapest. Do an offer. You know, I like controversial statements. I actually think fillers and toxins are way too cheap. If you wanted to solve the problem in this market, entry level is 400 quid, pricing issues go out the window because only certain people can afford it. Kills that whole part of the problem straight away. US, £400, £500 entry level Botox. Charge per unit. So if you want to be cheap, if you want to attract price-sensitive clients, do loads of offers. Be cheap. If you want to attract your target client, think about you and your belief systems. What do you buy? Where do you shop? What do you respond to? Start tuning in to your own buying habits. When you're sitting there watching TV and you think, oh, that's good, I might get that. Catch yourself for a minute and think about what it is in that advert that's resonated with you. Because 9 times out of 10, what connects with you will also connect with your target client, because people buy from people. We like to track, work with people that we are. Another quick example, and then I'm going to break for questions. So, what's their thing? Someone's gone, you know, wonder, what's Virgin's thing?
Destroying the NHS.
Destroying the NHS. So, Steph's been in one of my presentations before. What's their thing? Destroying the NHS, amongst other things. But this is their product suite. This is what they do. This is what Virgin provide for their target client. They've got lots of different avatars, lots of target clients. They've got clients who want to go into space. They've got clients who want to buy records. They've got clients who want to get the train. They've got clients who need a bike motorcycle to take them to work. They've drilled into their avatar on each and every one, and they've got a product or a service for each one. Who's the face of that? Branson. If you look at Apple, do the same thing. They've got their brand stands for their products. They've got products for lots of different avatars, and the face of that brand is Steve Jobs still. So it's once you've understood who your target client is, then it's about creating the content to attract them. Because content creates opportunities. Content attracts people. People bring opportunity, and opportunity brings revenue. It goes in that order. So plan, so you've got your goals, you have a plan. Plan creates content. Content brings opportunity, brings people. People bring opportunities. Opportunities bring revenue. So, question then. Who's got a thing? What's your thing? What do you guys stand for? If you were to ask, if you'll come to walk and go, right, I'd love to come and see you for a treatment, but why should I come to you? What's the answer you would give? You want to give an example of that one? Who's brave?
I would give you a detailed consultation.
Look at the mic. Come on, time.
Hello. I would say to my client,
Introduce yourself first.
okay, my name is Dr. Swart. I worked in NHS for a while. I graduated since 2005, but I graduated from outside the UK. From
Name was just all I was asking.
Anyway, thank you. I would say the detailed consultation is the best. So what I always offer is a detailed consultation. I find people go to the person who asks them many questions.
Well, that's it. We've got to look to detailed consultation. Okay,
Yeah.
bring it down to that. Why?
Why? Because I think the detailed consultation would be something which would take everything into account.
Okay, stop. So detailed consultation takes everything into account. Why is that important?
Okay, for example, if I don't ask a question about do you have any chronic disease or any chronic illness,
Yeah.
like diabetes mellitus or anything, I wouldn't know that she's susceptible to infections if I'm doing for her pill.
Okay, so it gives you more information.
Yeah.
Why is that important?
It's important because then I would know what I would tell her about complications which may happen if she's having this. And also, I would take like precautions
Brilliant. Okay.
while I'm doing my treatment.
It helps you help her.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Helps you help her.
Yeah.
So if you take that in your head and you put it from a client's perspective, what's important to them, that is basically always bang on message. So if anything in your head, take it, spin it. So so why would I come to you? I do a detailed consultation. Which which means that I can dig in and understand more about your challenges, what's important to you, how I can help you better. Okay, great. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Safety.
Sorry, look. Someone shouts and said it up there.
Personalised.
It's personalised. What does that mean?
Personalized.
So it gives the opportunity to the patient to know you, who you are. Do they like you? Do they
Building
trust you?
rapport.
One word.
Rapport.
Trust.
Yes, rapport.
Trust.
Yeah.
It builds trust. No, like trust. You guys are all in there. You're overthinking it. Everything's wrong. Money was the problem you had. Trust equals money. So everything that you do, all of the marketing, all your plans, all the everything's around how do I build trust. And building community is the real way to do it. The more trust you have, the easier it becomes to sell. And this is the process. How does someone know who I am? How do I get them to like me? And how do I build that trust? And we just said this is the way to do it. Is even if it's a bit early to build a community, you can still use the same process. It's all about understanding who they are, what's important to them, what problems they have, how do you solve those problems, and how do you communicate the solution to them. And the last bit is called marketing. That's where you start putting your messages out. Second mistake people make is going right to the end point before you've done all the pre-work. I need to do Facebook ads, I need to do boosting, I need to do this, I need to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of marketing today. So out comes the phone, bosh. If you haven't done the work beforehand, you're just firing in the wind. If it works, you're not going to know why it works. If it doesn't work, you're not going to know why it didn't work. Does this all make sense? Okay? Because, the shy kids don't get sweets. To close the loop on that one. Who took the photo? Hands up. Be honest now. I'm not judging you, but I'm not really. Who took the photo? Hands up. Okay. Who posted it?
The internet didn't make.
Who posted it with the hashtags? Okay, let's see hands up. Wonderful. Okay, so in a room of this number of people, we've got a marketing team sat there who are picking up the hashtag and are sharing it. So if you didn't take that opportunity, you missed a little bit of window. You're in here. Who's communicated to their potential tribe what they're doing today? Okay. Do you not think that being here and talking in this wonderful room, I've actually, in 15 years I've been in medical aesthetics, I've never presented on this space, and one of the first times I came into the industry, I was in there with you and I really wanted to present it, so thank you, Eddie, for making the dream come true. But do you not think that that would build trust? Yeah? Everyone's like, right, I'm throwing out. So take photos, share the experience, it's relevant content. Yeah? It's relevant content. There's no need to overthink all of this. So Aesthetic Entrepreneurs has been going for a little over 8 months, over a year actually, over a year now. From an idea on the 1st of August last year to a community with nearly 1,000 people in it, all focused on one thing: entrepreneurialism. No clinical, none of that nonsense, there's that stuff you can get elsewhere. All focused on because I believe you are all entrepreneurial, you're driven. That's what connects my clients together: focus, drive, determination. So feel free to join the organisation if you want to. That's not a great organisation, the tribe, the community. We can help you if you want to. We've also got Launchpad, which will help you guys just get off the ground if you need a little bit of support on the kind of 0 to 50, because money and that quick sprint is really what you need at this stage. And then we've also got Club, which is for the more kind of focused, you need a little bit more hand-holding and coaching and more one-to-one stuff. But I want to just ask questions and slide in this one. Or have I skipped it? There we go. Okay, I'll just restart. Who here has done a Facebook Live? Woo! Few of you, okay. So my final point, I'll leave on the slide that kind of, there we go. That'll do. I'm not using the slide anymore. So, one question I get asked is, Rich, you've been in the market for a while, what's the one thing that I can do in my market, in my business that will really help me resonate and connect with potential clients? Facebook Lives. Do Facebook Live, so have a little plan, find out what the problem is first, how you solve that problem for your clients, then write a few little solutions about it, and then do a Facebook Live on your personal page or your business page, telling them about it. Download the Facebook Live, put it on YouTube, and then send people to the Facebook Live. Do you have to do a Facebook Live? And then generally the second question is, what's the other thing that I can do to get you to do it? Because I understand that doing things like a Facebook Live is quite challenging. First, another question, who here all knows what Facebook Live is? Sorry, let me rephrase it. If you don't know what Facebook Live is. Okay, So basically, Facebook Live is live broadcasting through the Facebook platform. So you take your phone out, you go onto your page, you click live, and then you talk to it. And it gives amazing reach. So you're creating content that resonates with your target market. So I do a Facebook Live in the group once a week. I generally do 4 a week in different groups. Because I love them, I really enjoy them. But what it does is it connects me to my community in a way that nothing has ever done before. So once you're building that tribe, if you're out there just communicating to them, it really builds that trust in a really quick way. So just hands up again, who has done Facebook Live? Okay, now again, look around you. It's been around for like 2-3 years, but in this sector, generally this is what happens in a room, is 10%, sometimes less than 10% of the room have ever done it. And it is the most effective marketing hack I could ever give. Because Facebook wants you to do live broadcasting. They want you to create groups and communities. So if that's what they want you to do, why not do it? Okay, questions?
What about if you're
What about if you're not very good? So I see some people on Facebook Live,
Yeah.
and I think, oh my god, and that is the advert they're putting out for themselves. The impression that they're giving and the way that they're selling themselves, I think, God, you'd be better off not doing it than doing such a bad job.
Yeah.
And so how do you guarantee that you are going to broadcast yourself in a way that is favourable?
Okay, that's a great question. So, and I think that not just Facebook Live, that goes across a lot of marketing really, is, how can you guarantee that the content you're putting out isn't doing damage to your brand as much as supporting your brand? And that actually comes into the planning aspects of it. So if you know that your target client base is kind of younger and maybe they're doing Facebook Lives as well, or they're doing that live broadcasting, then they're already connected, they already know that it's live, therefore, you are going to get the mistakes, you are going to get the occasional F-bomb, you are going to get sort of organic, real content, but that's what also makes it great, is it is raw. You can go back and edit it, but you can't edit it live. And I've done I'm getting close to 200 Facebook Live broadcasts. And not all of them have been great, some of them have been rambling nonsense, and some of them have been terrible. But ultimately, the community watch them, they engage, so I keep doing them. So the planning aspect of it, again, knowing who your target market is one thing. The second thing is, again, making the content relevant. If they're not interested in what you're talking about, they're not going to turn up, but other people will. So it's by knowing the problem, communicating the content that is relevant to that problem, and then presenting it through Facebook Live, through Instagram Live, through stories. That's all that at the end of the day. That's how there's no guarantees, but you stand yourself a much better chance of hitting the mark.
And sorry, can I just ask one more thing about that? And in terms of, obviously, my impression is that in the medical sector, we do have to have that kind of quite professional aspect. Yes, we want to be personable and approachable, but my concern again about doing Facebook Live or something like that is that you're talking on quite a medical, factual, or often basis, and there isn't necessarily that room for error in the same way that other companies or other people might have. And again, that's my concern, is that you could get reproached for what you're saying on Facebook Live because you haven't had the time to prepare and...
But then, there you go. So it's a great point. So again, it comes back to content. So I wouldn't, don't overthink this. I wouldn't try to put myself down as kind of holes of talking about really detailed technical information on Facebook Live, because people do it. People aren't interested. If they want that, they'll come and see you for it. It's the top line stuff. It's the, it's just the connecting. You're starting the conversations, and you don't start conversations with your clients digging right into detailed aspects of treatment. You start a conversation with your clients talking about the problem that they have and how you can solve it. So all of that's fantastic content, but I would say that until they're actually in the clinic. What you want to be talking about is tuning into the emotions. I'll give you an example. So one of the clients specialises in teenage acne, okay? She doesn't go and talk about teenage acne. She talks about how the kids feel. So the embarrassment, the social stigma. She talks about that. Then when they come in and have a teenage acne treatment, and their parents or their mums who brought them get talk to her, understand that she does anti-aging, right? That's a strategy. That's a clear business plan. I focus on the kids, the parents come with, two messages in the clinic, but she only talks about the embarrassment caused by teenage acne. So, you can think of it as a campaign. We can also do a campaign talking about anti-aging.